Hello, this is Virtualis the Chess Noob, learning and having fun with chess. I'm going to show you today a really fun line in the Vienna Gambit Accepted. Let's begin. And one of the really cool things about this line is that you'll end up trapping your opponent's queen and they won't know what happened. So e4, e5, knight c3, knight f6, Vienna Gambit, so f4, accepted, and push the e-pawn to e5. And just as a very quick recap of the Vienna Gambit accepted, that knight is now in some trouble because it can't go to any of these squares and looks like it might need to go back to where it came from. Not uncommonly, the opponent will attempt to pin the pawn to the king. It doesn't work. It's in fact a bad move, as you can see, a little bit over +2, because you can unpin with your own queen. The knight is still hit. Knight will usually go back at this point. Now, one of the things with the Vienna Gambit, and particularly Vienna Gambit accepted lines, is that there's this ever-present threat of queen h4 with check, given our early f-pawn move. And so one of the best moves now here, and probably the recommended move, is knight f3, which of course defends the h4 square, which neutralizes that risk. The really interesting thing here is when you sort of analyze using Stockfish at quite high depth, in fact, Stockfish will sometimes suggest for this to be the best move, but it will also suggest d4. And one of the things, of course, with d4 is that this is looks like it's left hanging. So what's going on there? Well, let's follow down this line. So d4. The opponent now plays queen h4 with check, which is in fact the best move. So let's keep the feedback on here. Now here, if Stockfish actually suggests a fairly odd computer line where sort of king goes to d1 out of check, and then black brings the queen all the way back to d8. So sort of weird sort of engine shuffling lines. Now, you don't play this line if you want to play those moves. So here it's g3. So it's an inaccuracy, and one of the things is this line is just so forcing because this is in fact the best move for black, and it looks like they're winning, right? So black is probably thinking that white has blundered. But look at this, it's still advantage white. Now, obviously, don't take back with the pawn because you will straight up lose your rook. Rather, you now have to play knight to f3, attacking the queen. Now here, the opponent will most likely think, if I push my pawn forward, it'll be a discovered check. Yes, I'll take my queen, but then I will make a new queen by promoting my pawn. And that is, in fact, the best move. So push, we take the queen, they take, and they now have a new queen. With us seemingly lost our rook. There's 6 points of material up. What have we just done? It looks like we've just blundered terribly. Stockfish evaluation, still advantage white. It's a really interesting line. And this new queen, so the old queen sacrificed herself, and the new queen is out, the only piece developed by black. The thing is, this queen will never see the light of day. If this is our territory, this is our castle, it will not leave our castle alive. First thing, we need to bring our knight back. So the knight, which had slaughtered the old queen, comes back to f3, slamming shut that light squared diagonal. That pawn is defended. This bishop is defended. So the queen can't go here, and so it's already a bit trapped in the corner. Now the opponent does sort of as a random sort of move, and you can see it's a mistake. Here we now inch forward our king. Our king crawls forward to, tightening the noose, closing in on the queen. And here the opponent tries to do something, and there's no reason not to take that back. So we do that. What are they going to do next? They sort of develop a knight. That's all they can do. And now the dagger is out against the queen. And let's have a look. Defended, defended, that square's defended, these squares defended, 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 and of course the bishop is defended. So everywhere it's defended, the queen has nowhere to go. They're forced to trade. The queen's forced to trade itself for one of these two pieces, basically. And there we go. Okay, we are back to material balance, interestingly enough, but we have a queen, the opponent does not. The opponent is basically undeveloped. We control the center, potentially open lines for our pieces against the opponent's king, +3. This is such a cool line. Now, I actually lose this game. And if we have a quick look at, the review here, what happens here is that I actually mouse slip and I make a serious blunder. But so we'll just quickly sort of show all the way to the end. Now, the best attack here is probably knight to this square and then queen here, very, very winning. Now, I didn't see that. I thought, oh, look, maybe we'll attack the knight. They defend. Now I put my knight here. So that's potentially a blunder, but look, +8 versus +3. They're both super winning. They bring their knight forward. And here I made a mistake of holding onto my queen. So as I was playing, thinking, yeah, that's probably the white square, but I was just holding it while I was thinking, and I accidentally dropped the queen onto this square, which of course is a serious mistake because now they win the queen. In this position, I thought, oh, look, there's no point continuing. I've obviously lost, so I actually resigned. However, that opening is so fun, so aggressive, so wonderful. I'll definitely play it again. Good game, GG. My big takeaway is to consider giving this line a go. It'll be unexpected and you'll probably end up with a great position. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.